give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's Brissett. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Being chased out left. Going deep for Walker, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw is Brissett, escaping the pressure right. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ted Ginn, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Here's Ajayi. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Play action now. Brissett sliding out of the pocket. His throw caught. Running on the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jay Ajayi, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now out come the Jets. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. This is Ajayi. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Jacoby Brissett with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. New York set to take the field. They need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Yeah, baby. Set. Like 20.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Now a play fake here on first down. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Eluding the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Miller. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Regular. I got him. 56. 27's to Sam. 27's to Sam.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. First throw now for the backup Manning. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Buying time to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Noah Spence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Zebra.
Shotgun now for Manning. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Snickers, 66.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Like 5.
Check. 4 down. 4 down.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. He completes it to Henry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He's going deep for Brown. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he gets it down to the 32. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football.
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Second down, Brissett. Drops it off to Ajayi. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account.
Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Jack 16.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Underneath for Miller. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
and a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
You got four. You got four.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And some room to work. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point up and through. And a rout is on here in this first half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go!
We're set on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On play action, Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Focus.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Dumps it complete to Miller. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Like 20.
They'll toss it to Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now Roethlisberger going with the option right side. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Demaryius Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to get a score back.
Everyone felt like this game was over, but to be able to stay in it, put together a drive, score a touchdown, that's got to be a positive for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Right back to him on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A second down throw for Brissett. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that's caught inside the 30. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on third. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Brissett now. They set up the screen to a J. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Brissett again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Braxton Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves.
Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Dolphins have got it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Caught left side by Cobb. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a toss running left. This is Miller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it third down. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Show that bench release and go. Set. Blue 30.
They begin with a run by Miller. Nifty move there on the run, but ultimately brought down at the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Blue 30. Like I said.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the move to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. The extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them.
Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But I think Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to them? And now here is another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a third and about 13. Now it's Ajayi. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
This is fielded at the 7. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.